So let's solve the 77th example, and this is wedge constraint. Find the acceleration of rod A and B in the arrangement shown in figure. If the ratio of the mass of wedge to mass of rod A is eta, it means the mass of wedge is eta times of mass of A. Okay. Further, friction between the contact surfaces is negligible. So first of all, we should derive the constrained relationship between the wedge and this particular rod in order to solve this equation. So how to find the constrained relationship? So as you can see clearly, when this particular rod, when the rod is constrained to move only in downward direction, because of this rigid support, the rod cannot move here and here. So it will move only in downward direction. And when the rod will move, when the rod goes downward, then obviously the wedge is constrained to move only in horizontal direction, because here there is a rigid surface below it. So the wedge will move like this. So by using this, we will derive the constraint relationship. So when rod goes down, say by the distance y. So let us suppose the rod goes down by a distance y, like this. So in that case, the wedge will also get a slip towards left, that you can easily guess surfaces are frictionless. So it will get slipped by x, or this will get slipped by x, or this is y. Now if you join this x and this y, while the angle between them is alpha, so you will get the constraint relation as tan alpha is y upon x. So I can say y is equal to x into tan alpha. Y is x into tan alpha. It means if we differentiate this, so velocity of the rod is equal to the velocity of wedge tan alpha, or I can say the acceleration of rod is equal to acceleration of wedge tan alpha, and hence we have derived the constraint relationship between the motion of this rod and the wedge. The relation between their kinematical parameters is this. According to this question, we need to find acceleration. That's why I have derived till acceleration. Now draw the FBD. So now if I draw the FBD of the rod, so for drawing FBD, we will replace rod by the point mass. The mass of the rod is m. Let us say the mass of the rod is m. So mass of the wedge would be eta m. Okay, and the FBD. So the weight is acting in this direction, while from the inclined surface, the normal reaction force will be like this. And as we know very well, this particular angle is alpha. So and the rod is going down with acceleration AA. So I will resolve forces along this. So if this is alpha, alternate, this will be alpha due to the alternate interior angle property. So this will be 90 minus alpha. So again I will get this as alpha. So this will be n cos alpha, and this would be n sin alpha. So now I have got first relation, that is mg minus n cos alpha is equal to mass into acceleration of rod. That is our second equation. Now if I draw the FBD of the wedge, so for wedge, eta mg, its weight is acting in downward direction, the reaction is acting in the upward direction from the surface, and it is constrained to move. It is not here due to this support, it is not going down and up. It means the two forces are balancing each other, while these same two reactions are acting here. So the reaction n cos alpha and the reaction n sin alpha, because for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. If this is the components of the reaction that rod is getting from the wedge, so obviously the rod will also give action in same action in the opposite direction on the wedge. But it is constrained to move only in this direction with acceleration AB. So I can say force is equal to n sin alpha is equal to mass into acceleration. That is our equation 2. And now, as we have to find, what we have to find? We have to find the accelerations of the wedge and these two things. Okay, or we need to find the ratio. We need to find the accelerations. Okay, so AA and AB. So first of all, I will write everything in terms of A. So first, from equation 2 I can replace normal reaction as eta m into AB upon sine alpha, and I will put this in equation 2. So mg minus, in place of m I will write nm acceleration of B upon sine alpha into cos alpha is equal to m into acceleration of A. Now in order to find A, I will send here m into AA minus n into m AB cos alpha upon sine alpha. As this term will go here, it becomes plus. Already we know the constraint relationship between AA and AB, so we'll write this all in one term. So I'll write AA as AB tan alpha. So mg in bracket m into, in place of AA I am writing AB tan alpha plus eta m AB cos alpha upon sine alpha would be cot alpha. And now AB and AB can be taken as common. Okay, so mg is equal to m into tan alpha plus eta m into cot alpha AB. Here m can also be taken as common, so it will get cancelled from all sides, and AB comes out to be g upon tan alpha plus eta cot alpha, and we have got the acceleration of AB. Now acceleration of AB is equal to, so from the constraint relation from equation 1, AA is AB tan alpha, so I will substitute here AA is AB tan alpha. So in order to find the acceleration of rod, we just have to multiply the acceleration of wedge with tan alpha plus eta cot alpha, and after proper rearranging you can get the answer, or this can be the final answer to this question. Thank you.